What do you think about content versus paid ads in old 2026? Because you were running meta ads for, was that this year or last year? You were still running meta ads for a little bit. I mean, we're running them now, but kind of different purpose, which we can get into. But
Yeah,
what do
local
you think?
service business. It's a great way to, as long as you're reaching the right audience with the right content or close to the right content, then, well, my son-in-law runs a business off of Facebook, 100%. He doesn't have any other advertising, nothing else. He
Ads?
it doesn't even run ads. He runs,
Oh,
yeah,
organic?
organic.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
realize that. Oh, nice.
And he's gonna quit a job here soon and
Yeah.
go in full time, just run his own business. And everything he's done so far is he and my daughter post on Facebook and
Nice.
keep a good social presence. He's in a pretty good size market, but it's spread out pretty far. So there's not a lot of there's not one central place that people find. He's a land clearing, and he does land clearing, driveways, those kind of things. So it's a simple business to get into and find your space.
Yeah.
But I'd say I think your original question might have been around, like,
Content versus paid ads.
I think content wins all day on social media.
Yeah.
If you find something that's winning and you've got the space and you can scale without it, costing an ROI, then do it. Yeah. But but it might not work as well. You might
Yeah.
find out that you just spent a ton of money and got worse results than what you got for free. Now, with that said, I did zero content. I'm bad. I don't do
You've been
regular
in plenty
content.
of the content.
I mean, it's generic everything. It was just promo. I'd find a sweet deal, something that people like, and something people would take notice of and reach out and just promote that. So I would buy paid ads on social media. I didn't know what TikTok was until I learned the dance.
There you go. Yeah.
Now that
Yeah.
I know the dance, I might buy some TikTok ads too. But I'd say you have to start with organic on anything social media. And
Yeah.
if you're not building an organic following and you try to promote, yeah, are there times that's going to work? But no, but for local service businesses, I'd say no, it's not going to work.
What did you do before, like, before the reels and, before the short video era on Facebook and Instagram? Because you were running ads, and were you posting organic and, like, same thing, like boost the highest perform? Boost is the
Yeah.
wrong word. Don't boost, but like using the highest performers as ads. Were you doing that the whole time?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
So what worked? What worked the best before, and did it fall? Did it ever stop working when, like, video content became big?
I'd
'Cause
love
I
for
didn't see
I'd
it
love for
stop.
5 or 10 people to give real examples on, like, average ticket type services,
Yeah,
because I was selling big
that's
ticket
true.
stuff,
Yeah,
and I only needed a handful of jobs a month, and
yeah,
I was gonna hit all my goals. So, but no, I was just, generic, static posts, and the ones that did the best, I'd boost them up, and sometimes I'd make predictions, and you said don't use boost, but that's all I knew back then. I was just boosting.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only because if you hit boost on the app, it's like you get charged more, and because of the Apple thing. Yeah, no, it's no good.
Oh, don't hit boost on the app.
That's what I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Apple they'll take every dime you have in your account
yeah,
that you have
yeah,
to sign away
yeah,
the rights to your checking account.
yeah. Pretty much.
So don't boost from your Apple device.
No,
I
it's
think
no good.
did they do away with that?
Not that I've seen, but I don't boost posts. I use them because you can just log into the dashboard and run a real campaign and just select existing creative. And that's way easier. And you keep I guess boost, you keep all the data as well. But
Yeah.
I've been curious because obviously the way we're running them now is we do organic. The highest performer is what we use to run ads to. And most of it is just fixing our audience to kind of nudge the algorithm in the right direction of, like, hey, we want business owners, US, Canada, that area. And not a lot of it is for conversion or bottom of funnel, like middle of we don't do any of that stuff. It's kind of just top of funnel. And then the content is really top, middle, and bottom at the end of the day. It's like trust, trust, and more trust, and then eventually they book a call. I think content plus SEO is one of the biggest powerhouses still to this day because people, it's crazy the branded search we get, and we don't have a very big audience, but and we have some customers that get crazy searches for their name, but I'm surprised how much we get. And so I think that those two of how much people are going to look into you, like people look up Go Big Systems reviews like crazy, which I also didn't. I was surprised that many people cared. Um, but it's one of the all people also search things. So
What's your opinion on we'll give you a real life example.
sure.
Attorney in Dallas, Texas, and they have no social following whatsoever, but they've had a Facebook page and a YouTube account, and they've produced a few videos here and there. They've only got a few hundred views
I'm
over, say,
familiar.
10 years. You're familiar?
Yeah.
Oh, you actually know someone like this?
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Well, I didn't say south of Dallas.
Oh,
I
okay.
said Dallas.
Okay.
That's a different
Sorry.
story.
Yeah. So they're in Dallas.
If they start producing good content and they get viewership
Hmm.
and people start searching them just out of curiosity or just to find out, maybe they're not at that point of hire, but
Yeah.
they are getting a lot more branded search. We all know the answer. That's going to help the SEO, but how much?
It's funny. I was going to ask you that because we talked about it in that, and I wrote that article about it. Um, Honestly, what I think is it's another signal, and I think it's a strong signal. But when it comes to how much does it help, I guess help would need to be, it would need to have a specific definition because if it's like help all your keywords rank number one, no. Like maybe down the line, it will make it easier for that to happen. But for AI, I would argue it helps a ton because if a lot of people are searching who you are, there's going to end up being more things that get pulled, and AI will be more likely to show you because a lot of people are already searching for it. Um, I think it helps. It helps a lot indirectly, and Google has said it. But from what we've seen, I mean, our whole site gets way more traffic ever since basically we made an AI visibility checker tool. I told everyone to Google it instead of just sending them the link. And ever since I started pushing it heavy, I don't really anymore. And I'm guessing a lot are still just from the videos, but it's like, it doesn't rank at all, by the way, but still, but it's a common, what was it? It was like a people also ask or what are they called at the bottom? Like people also search. Um, but it's one of those, if you look up like AI visibility and you scroll to the bottom, it'll show Go Big AI visibility tool. So I can't imagine that those things don't help like crazy. And our whole site has seemed to work much better, but it's kind of like backlinks where you can't like you can't point to one thing and say that did it, but it just kind of feels like everything lifted and got a little bit easier. Is that what you have experienced?
I'd agree, except I'd say it helps more than maybe we think. Because if you can get more branded search,
Probably.
then you have related search in your field. Because
Yeah.
that brand, let's say it's Go Big Systems, then well, Go Big Systems doesn't have the word SEO in it, doesn't have AI overview in it, doesn't have AI search tool in it, it doesn't have anything that we would like to show up for. It doesn't, web design, SEO, it doesn't have any of that. But if it's searched alongside of those things, like someone searches Go Big Systems, someone also searches another search term, then those become related. Like, everyone knows that when you do a Google search, you're going to get some, did you mean this? And it's not, it used to be that it was just, query based where you start typing SEO agency and it kept going. Well, now it's SEO agency. Did you mean Go Big Systems?
Yeah.
So it's a related search, especially when people are going to search more than one thing. So what you did with the AI
It's
overview tool is
true.
probably great because it's both in one. It's related search and it's branded search, and then it causes you to have a name. Like I've been a part of a couple of kind of startups where these are brand new words. People didn't even search these words, last year. But here we are, we've built a website and now we want to be found for these brand new searches. And so we were, among the, top few thousand um, searches. We were the only result. Um, and then after a month or 2, other people started picking up, and we could but then in the end, because we were the first to to be searched for those terms, um, we we dominated forever. So I
Yeah.
think it's what you're related to.
And you have to create the demand from elsewhere, which is, I guess, what gives it credibility because you're first, and now all of a sudden people are searching it, and Google's probably not connecting the fact that you're just the one sending traffic. Like they're not thinking, I'm just telling people to Google Go Big AI Visibility Checker. They're like, oh man, a lot of people know about this tool. This thing must be really good. And if you're someone who made up the word, it's an instant win. Like the reason it's called Go Big AI Visibility Checker is because no one else is going to win for that. And so it just kind of becomes a thing. But have you seen the stat that says 15, I think it's 15% of searches are brand new every day of all the Google searches are new and have never been searched before?
We need to keep a list of those
And
search terms.
yeah, and I would argue that the ChatGPT and whatever is probably what we know it's more because people are prompting. But as far as a general question, I'm sure it's even more with AI overviews, and you can get really specific. Like you can Google something that you would just put into chat, which is really interesting. It's going to change it a lot, and I'm not really sure where it's going to go.
It's just gonna get better and better and better.
Better for the user.
Better
Let
for
me
the
check on
user.
these. I can still hear you though.
Are you checking on
I gotta.
something? Oh, Jack's back there checking on something, and we're still good.
Did I mess up
You're
my
froze?
head? No, I showed my bald spot on accident. I wasn't supposed to do that.
Yeah.
What age did you get gray hair? Because I got it. They're coming in on the other side now. But I asked ChatGPT. It said the beard goes first.
Oh,
So,
this is blonde. I spend a lot of time in the
oh,
sun on the
okay.
weekends.
I didn't realize.
Yeah, this is
What about the
blonde.
top?
Well, I have a bald spot. I have a little bald spot up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Um, when everyone can build a tool, who actually wins? Who's the winner? When everyone can use AI, who's the winner?
Well, we've asked this question. I've asked this question a lot to myself. We've talked about it a lot. Well, probably not enough because we don't have the
It's true.
definitive answer, but I think I know the answer is going to be people are still going to want service no matter what. Like one day you're going to be able to say, "Hey, I want a whole new web presence. I want a whole new branding outlook on my website. I want everything to change," and that can happen overnight. That might be able to happen this evening, but they're still going to need that service touch. We've got guys that work with us that are great at prompting, and we've got some people that aren't as good as the other at prompt. Of course, we put them in other roles when they're not as great. Hey, if you watch this, and I wasn't talking about you. But that's what it's gonna take is that we're not the sharpest people on the planet after AI takes over,
Yeah.
but we're still the most in touch, and I think that might be, uh, who wins. It's the people that stay personally involved and give a great service along with the AI tool.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious because with design becoming, you can, it's objectively flawless. Obviously, there is some nuance to design and art and how things look, but I would argue there's a certain point you get to where most people are going to agree it looks good, right? When that happens, that's like if you use a website, for example, because I think content, it just goes back to authentic, right? Like if things get overproduced, which they will, you're going to have VFX, whatever, that no longer is valuable because you can do it in 5 seconds. And so then the pendulum just goes to authentic, and then you get your AI stuff for the really professional. But with a website, I don't know how that would go. How does that look? Is it just unique content and the design no longer really means anything? You just try to make it unique, but everyone can make it look good. And you just have to write compelling words. Is that what it's going to be, you think?
I don't even like these videos. I don't even wanna click on these videos that say, websites are dead, but websites are gonna be dead one day.
Yeah.
I don't know, if it don't depend on websites being dead tomorrow and say, "Don't, oh, I don't have to worry about that. Websites will be dead tomorrow," because they're not dead right now, and they're the strongest driving force for your online presence. But one day, websites might be dead. I think websites are gonna be on the back of T-shirts, and everyone's gonna
Oh,
sell their T-shirt.
it might be. What do
Yep.
you think if a website goes away, how will, well, first of all, how does AI get any more content? Other, like, is it pulling from social media? And then also, how are you able to get your point about your business across? Is there any way? Because I agree. Like, I think the concept of the website will go away, but we still have to present ourselves somewhere. Like Instagram, everyone kind of considers it like your business card, you know? And the website is also kind of like a business card, unless, and then either one of them, it's like, if you have a big following on Instagram, it's not really a business card anymore. It's a lead gen machine. Same with if you have a website that ranks, it's not a business card. It generates leads. So, what do you think? What's the next business card?
Ooh, we gotta figure
Slash,
this out
what's
today.
next? Yeah.
We gotta figure this out. What is it?
Okay. I don't
I think
know.
it's that website on the back of T-shirts. Uh,
I don't understand.
he never understands. Jack, why don't you ever understand? I think
Meaning,
maybe digital billboards, will come back. I
that would
think
be interesting.
bringing and then the information that's found within that digital, like, uh, explainer video, is just in the ethos. No one's gonna visit the website is what I mean. The website's still gonna exist. We're still gonna have a
Yeah, okay.
presence, a digital presence behind behind the presentation, but I don't think people are gonna, "Hey, have you looked at my website? It's looking really great. We've got a lot of visitors last month."
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be, have
Just
you
be AI.
do you know that we have one of the greatest digital footprints out there? And
Yeah.
have you seen my website on the back of those T-shirts?
Yeah.
It's a live website, by the way. It's real futuristic.
There you go.
Okay, very good.
Exactly. All right.
All right, busy
Rock and
season
roll.
out. Rock and
Yeah.
roll.